Hey, so today I'm going to tell you the story about the first time that I met my spirit guide, or let's say the first spirit guide that I met. So I was, I think 17 years old. It was 2012. And this would have been just a few days either before or after I did my first Reiki attunement. At the time, I was still very new to things such as, I've probably only been, practicing for about a year. Things like meditation, astral projection. I was still fairly new to it. I didn't get astral projection right at all yet. So this was my very first experience and it freaked the hell out of me. Let me tell you that. Okay, so basically I went for a nap. Just suddenly fell asleep on the sofa in the afternoon. And I woke up and I was like, whew, I still feel so extremely tired. I'm going to take this to my bed. And so I went to my bed and I settled down, passed out immediately. And then I've started feeling my entire body vibrate. So basically, in this dream, I didn't just feel my body vibrate. It felt like electricity flowing through me. And then it started flowing like a lot heavier as time went by. And I could see like this electricity flowing through me, like, at a more intense rate. And, it became really almost overwhelming. And I was basically in this space of nothingness. Like, it was just black around me. I could just see myself sitting on a chair and there was nothing around me. But the next moment, as I started feeling like, hey, this is so intense, I looked next to me, like I looked to the side, and this is where I saw this little man. He was so small. It was very short, quite chubby, thickly dressed in like these brown fur clothes, like really thickly dressed. And then he had a hood that went up like that. Like he had a very pointed hood and I couldn't see his face. His entire face was covered, but all I could see were his eyes. That's all I could see. And I got such a fright because, to go from, oh my gosh, this electricity is like, this electric feeling is so intense, to, oh my gosh, like I noticed I'm literally sitting in nothingness, and then to see and have it go from absolute nothing to, whoa, who's this little guy that appeared next to me? Nothing was said, but I was just like, oh my gosh, what? That's when I woke up. But when I woke up and I opened my eyes and I looked next to me, I saw this little guy was actually standing right next to my bed. He was still standing right next to me. And he was there for a few seconds before he faded out. And, that was my very first experience with my spirit guide. So I went and got a bit of information about it because I was like, what on earth happened? This was my very first experience like that. It's the first time I've seen someone like that. Who is it? And then I was told that he was an Inuit medicine man, probably from Alaska somewhere. He was a shaman. And this was like the very first spirit guide that I met. I never actually had another experience like that until about a year or two later. It was about a year or two later when I saw him again. but what actually invoked him this time, and it was completely spontaneous, which is also why it freaked me out because I didn't have a lot of experiences like this, and you know, it was very clear that we had a very deep connection, if I could say, because why would I see him again, you know, in the dream state, and I've never seen him before. But the second time I saw him, I was doing some pendulum dowsing before bed. I had a double terminated clear quartz pendulum, and I was just playing around with it, having a bit of fun, practicing with it and stuff. And when I was done, I put this pendulum under my pillow. And then I had a dream that I was at a hospital and I'd just given birth to my baby, but it looked so futuristic, like, I don't know, it looked so different. I don't know how to explain it, but there were like glass windows all around, so I could see outside. And just as I'd, put my baby to sleep, I noticed that there was a moat, like the moat around a castle. Well, there was a moat of water around this hospital, and it looked so beautiful outside. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go out and stand by the water. Now, bear in mind, I can't swim, okay? I'm just like putting it out there so you know what happens next. The spirit guide pops up again, the exact same person or being, let's say, and he tries to push me into the moat. And I resist and I say, no, you can't, I can't swim, please no. And he's like, he doesn't say a word, but he keeps pushing me. So I get frustrated and I'm like, I think I swore, like out of frustration, out of anger, because I couldn't get out of this dream. And he was pressuring me to like get into the water. And so I said, fuck, sorry for the word. And as I said that, I actually said it out loud in my sleep. So it woke me up. And as I woke up again, I saw this very same being standing right next to my bed when my eyes were open. He was actually standing in front of my fish tank that I had at the time. He was standing in front of the fish tank, almost next to my bed. And again, we just looked at each other for like almost 10 seconds before he disappeared again. So yeah, that is quite interesting. I'm still getting to know him, but I don't know if you can see. Many years ago, I did a little painting of how he looked. Bear in mind, I cannot paint to save my life, but yeah, I did a little painting of him, and I painted my palm print because, he was the very first guiding point when I started my healing journey with Reiki. So, I've had like some pretty awesome experiences since then, and I'm to share them with you. I feel like it's about time that I start getting things out there and hearing other people's experiences, because these things are possible and they do happen to so many of us, and it's just not spoken about enough. So yeah, thank you.